It's you! Guy! I want to go talk to the old men in the woods. That sounded awkward. Prophecy dude. I am Lucan. I see a cycle. Yeah, that's what you said before. 12 sages are we, guided to this place by stars and prophecy. The four forces gather in the Chaos Shrine, the geographic center of the four altars. With the forces again flowing freely, the time to go to the Chaos Shrine and strike the root of darkness has come. How many of these can I afford? Give me all. The four crystals shine once again. The combined power of that light means that breaking through the wall of time. Wait, what? Using all four crystals can break through time? Also, give me all of them. The architect of this disaster is beyond that wall, 2,000 years in the past. You would have no memory of this, but before you wandered into this land, time flowed properly for you. The chain of time has become looped back upon itself. You must travel back in time to the link in that chain that gave birth to this cycle of wrath, and destroy it. Might as well give me all of them, too. The sequence of disasters that began 400 years ago, it was triggered by events that happened only a scant few days in our past. An ever-repeating 2,000-year cycle, the warped destiny that gives birth and rebirth to wrath. But it's no more than an illusion, a fantasy, and only the warriors of light can break the cycle. Can I afford all of them? I can. Give me all of them. I don't think I'm gonna die 99 times, but you know what? I'll take it. I mean, what's that? Does that mean that, like, before we entered this whole thing, time was... when we showed up, we entered the time loop, and we've become stuck in it since. You focus the light of the four shining crystals, fire, earth, water, and wind, on the black crystal. The flow of time surges, and space begins to warp. Just one step forward, and you will travel back 2,000 years in time. Whoa. I'm just trying to process all that. It explains why we don't remember who we are. Like, we just show up with the crystals. Like, and it very explicitly said you just show up one day. And it never explains who you were beforehand, like where you came from. In fact, receiving the crystals may have actually been the catalyst that caused us to enter this situation. So it could have been these guys were just random anybody's, and when they received the crystal, by whatever means, their entire path in life got altered and twisted into this. I mean, they probably weren't fighters and black belts and mages really beforehand. They could have been, but I don't think there's any way of knowing. And the fact that they call this time loop a fantasy, it's like, it's not, none of this is real. This is all isolated within this time loop. I honestly have no idea where I'm going in this dungeon. What is this? What? The prelude? Huh. This lute has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you in your journey. You are now a princess of Cornelia. I guess that's Chekhov's lute for you. Now, the big thing I'm noticing here is that the dragons, there's a lot more dragons in this final dungeon. Dragon zombies, green dragons, blue dragons, white dragons, all sorts of different dragons. In the future, 2,000 years from now, dragons are a fairly rare encounter. We've only encountered them in a few places, usually inside one of the Fiends' shrines. But didn't feel like they were super fleshed out. Like, they have this code of ethics and stuff like this. They don't want to get involved with the rest of the world. They're very isolationist, and they only care about those who can prove their worth to their king. But here in the past, we find them completely in servitude in the Chaos Shrine. There is no, as far as we could tell, I mean, if there might be, a king of dragons at this point, but 2,000 years ago, it looks like, at least right now, they serve the Chaos Shrine, the Fiends. And I'm wondering if that's why, in the modern times, they have such an isolationist view. Like, they have this entire viewpoint because they're ashamed of what they used to be, or they don't want to be taken advantage of again. You know, they only care about those who are worthy. What is worth to them? Well, it could be anything. Worth is just a random token that comes from the trials. But the point seems to be more along the lines of they only will respect those who can prove themselves by going through these trials. The trials being essentially a big puzzle. And I'm wondering if, like, the trial itself was designed to keep out things like the Fiends and everything. Who created the Citadel of Trials? Well, one would assume it'd be the people who want to use it to put people on trial. Is it possible that the Citadel of Trials itself was once the home of the dragons, before they went and threw themselves in a hole? Oh, hey man. Long time no see. Did he just use flare on me? Jerk! Well, yeah, I guess I should point out that I am literally fighting my way back through all of the previous elemental dungeons. To the point where I'm pretty sure Merilith will be showing up right here. Alright. This should finish her off. Yep, there goes. I got one gil from that. Which means now we should be going into water territory. And it's back to dealing with the fish monsters. Is there something over here? Okay, there's the stair. Oh, and hi, Kraken.
Yes, hello, how are you doing? It's been a good while, or have we met yet? You know, time travel humor.
Of course he gets 8 hits, because he's an octopus type person. I get it. It's a joke. Do not mess with Hasted Punchy. Alright, it's another floor down. And of course it's a weird maze. Purple worms, D&D monster, drink. My gut says keep going like diagonally this way. I don't know why. I mean, it's an open area. That's something. Come on, am I right? This just has Masamune. And it's better than Excalibur?
In my years, I've never crashed a finest sword.
Oh boy. So we're back on the hunt again for wherever the heck we're supposed to be going here. Let's try this way. Oh, well, I guess this is the right way, because we just bumped into Tiamat. It's gonna be getting close. It's you! Guy!
Do you remember me? I was once known as a Knight of Cornelia. "2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland. Oh, you did defeat me then. But the 4 great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the 4 fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the 4 great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return. Born again into this endless circle that I have created. Chaos. Whoa. That is insanely awesome. So they did fire, water. Leave it to the final boss to get all the coolest freaking spells. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Oh, how nice is it that a holy spell is what kills them in the end? Oh, that just seems appropriate. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath, but magnified by the four forces that meant to guide our world. That trick of fate also gave birth to the Fiends. Monsters ran rampant, and the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah, Queen Lane, Jane, and even Garland himself await. When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? No one can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever. But the bravery of four young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the four endured, for the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds live on. Tales of dwarves, of elves, dragons, and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. And now their return is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended. That the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. Wow. That was awesome. It's interesting to see that ending, though. I'm kind of curious, because it's like, it breaks a thing, and then it goes... It seems to imply that things like the adventures live on in tales of dwarves and dragons and all this stuff. And you were the adventure of light. Is it saying that with the thing broken, our world is the result of not having the time loop? And that we are the warriors of light? And just no one remembers? And we don't remember? Because we never got caught in the loop? Oh, here's our lovely little trailer for what's coming next with Final Fantasy II. There's cats. That's nice. Looking forward to that.